So you recruited Robert Griffin III originally to Houston, and then he followed you to Baylor. He was a pretty well thought of guy coming out of high school, but again, I'm not sure anybody was talking about him as a potential Heisman Trophy winner. What did you see out of him in high school, and what did he see in you? Obviously, there was a special connection between you guys for him to want to follow you from one school to the other.
You know, what we saw was a guy that was extremely talented. You know, we knew he was a fast athlete, you know, because he had the fastest hurdle times in America, you know, in the highs and the intermediates. And so we knew he was very gifted running. Played quarterback, you know, which we loved. And, you know, when I got around him at Houston, you know, in our camps, first time we saw him throw, you know, we got him on campus, you can work with him. You know, he throws 2 or 3 balls, and I tell Coach Montgomery, who's our offense coordinator, I said, we got to hide this guy. This guy's phenomenal. You know, I had no idea. I actually told him, I said, hey, just lay back. You know, I mean, you're fine. And then he comes up in the office with his mother and his sister, and we watch about an hour and a half of tape. And, you know, he was just dialed in. Mother was dialed in, asking intelligent questions, really paying attention. You know, we're talking about a junior in high school before he even, you know, played his senior year. And I thought, man, this guy's special. And sure enough, you know, he has been, and the reason he's been successful are those traits. You know, he's disciplined, he's dedicated, he's got extremely motivated, you know, fire inside of him, and he's intelligent, and he's very athletic.
Not easy to hide guys like that, especially around these parts. Were you worried that commitment to Houston wouldn't hold up by the end of the season?
You know, I mean, there wasn't a lot of people recruiting him as a QB, you know, so, and we had a real tie-in with him, and he, you know, great mother and father, and they're, you know, good Texas people. I mean, when they said they're in, and so, you know, that's we never really had a scare with him. Plus, he's a midterm guy. We got him on campus. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. So, was there a game, a throw, a practice, a meeting, something that you remember where a light may have gone on in your head that as good as you thought he was, that this was going to be really one of the special college football players to come to this game in a long time?
Well, I mean, there's I mean, his highlight reels, you know, kind of up there with about 1 or 2 others. I mean, he's pretty phenomenal. But, you know, early in his career, you know, like when he's a true freshman, you know, we had a game against Wake Forest, and they were very good at the time. I think they were defending ACC champions, and you know, they're down there playing us in Waco, the opening game, freshman year. And he gets in the game, you know, about midway through the second, and then goes from then on. But he makes a little run on the sideline, you know, to where gets outside the pocket, breaks, freezes. You know, about 3 guys fly past him. And then he finishes upfield for another 8 to 12 yards. And, you know, it was just an instinctive move that required just a tremendous amount of ability, you know, and you know, he pulled it off, and that was just the beginning of great things to come. I mean, when he got through toward the end, I mean, some of the throws that he made against some of the opponents that we played and runs were just, you know, as good as anybody's ever made in the game.